Okay, here we go. We are already in the first match, and yeah, we see a warrior, which, yeah, curator. It's a dragon warrior most likely, and yeah, a shaman. So Xixo is playing actually Thijs is actually looking like Xixo and the other way around. I think the overlay is switched, so I'm not sure who is playing what here. But we'll see that soon, I guess. So, turn 2 already. Oh, my co-caster is joining. And yeah, the infamous Totem Golem could be played, but Maelstrom Portal is just a little bit better here, maybe. Clearing off the board of the early aggression of the warrior.
Maelstrom Portal generally seems pretty good against warrior decks, and all of the pirate decks in general now. There's so many 1-health minions lying around in the deck, popping out of the deck on turn 1.
Yeah, every card that kills patches and does another effect is quite good, right?
Yeah, right. And there are some new 1-mana minions that you can get from the Maelstrom Portal. You could get your own patches, which also has charge.
Yeah. How it work? I've seen it a couple of times on ladder, by the way.
Yeah.
Patches, like double patches.
Right.
Totem Golem.
So, Dragon Warrior now actually getting a little bit of a better turn with the Korkron Elite if he wants to. You can trade with the Trog if you want to go for the value trade. It's a little bit messy though because the Shaman also has the weapon up.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He can clear it, but the overlay was swithed. So yeah, now Thijs looks like Thijs and Xixo looks actually like Xixo.
There we go. Okay, that's what they look like.
I was wondering.
So it is a difficult decision for Xixo here. You could just trade Korkron Elite into Totem Golem, but how bad does that feel, trading in a 4-mana minion with charge into a 2-drop?
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
But actually it's a 3-drop, because you pay 3 mana for it over the time, but yeah.
He needs to make the decision.
You need to do it now.
It goes to show that there are a lot of interesting decisions nowadays to be made with the new expansion, though. Xixo isn't necessarily a player who gets to see the rope that often. But he really does have to think this through, work out which trade is better. It looks like he's going with the value one.
Yeah. There are not so many cards in hand of Thijs, so...
Ooh.
Yeah, 1 yard.
We're gonna see some Jade from Thijs then. Interesting. It's funny how a lot of what we see right now, what we can see at the moment, is like an old archetype with a little bit of flavor from one of the new cards. Like we've got the pirate flavor from the warrior, and we've got a little bit of Jade coming from the mid-range shaman here.
Yeah, but you don't really play it for the Jade, because you need the weapon for the pirates, so it's more pirate flavored Jade.
Right, right.
And like a card that deals 4 damage to the face is also like playable in aggro shaman. And
just the fact that you get the golem is just a nice little bonus. Right? An extra 1-mana 1/1 minion on the board can trade well with, again, cards like South Sea Deckhand, Patches. And I'm not sure how many of the Jade cards Thijs will run in this deck. We've seen a little bit of Jade Lightning in some Shaman decks, though I don't know if we're going to see it here.
Yeah, I think we most likely will see 4. So double weapon, double lightning.
Okay, so it does build up. Like eventually you get a 4/4 minion for free.
Yeah. Often you play like 3 of them in one game, and then it's a 3/3.
Yep.
And most likely you will get the board control 1 turn longer, and therefore dealing more damage, and therefore ending up winning.
Kind of awkward here with the Frothing Berserker. You can buff it up enough to guarantee the kill on whatever trades into it, but it doesn't feel good having an unprotected minion that can grow so out of control just sitting there.
Yeah.
Just ready to die.
Berserker.
Because now those Jade Claws are going to be really helpful for Thijs. Just swing the weapon into the Frothing and then maybe trade in a Feral Spirit.
Yeah, he stays on curve every turn, and Xixo has to do some awkward plays. Oh wait, it's Xixo now, right? I'm still confused about the switch of the overlay. But it should be Xixo now. So Xixo's the shaman, right?
Yeah. No, wait, is he? Oh,
You're confused now?
I came in late. I thought Xixo was the warrior.
Okay. It just refers to shaman and the warrior, right?
Okay, that works. And based on their face expressions.
Yeah, speaking about face expressions. Some face damage here. Ew, that was a tough one. Okay, he trades
Alright.
perfectly. Secures the board on. Ah, okay.
AlliedEsports Champion's not a bad pickup here, but the Blackwing Corruptor feels really nice. Getting rid of the 2/3 Foul Spirit, using the weapon to clear up the Totem Golem.
Yeah.
It's
Has to
just
be.
such a clean turn, right?
So, no hard decision here. He had to take the heal. Okay. 2 more damage to the face, maybe. Will he trade? What do you think?
Yep. Looks like the Shaman is going to trade. It's a tricky decision because you have to get to the point eventually where you go think, okay, now I'm just going face. But I guess against a Dragon Warrior, such a kind of board-centric deck, you need to clear the board as late as you possibly can.
Yeah.
There.
You can still hold board control for 1 more turn, so
Right.
not giving up board now, because he pushes him to 18 health, so that's maybe even one more turn on the board now.
Fierce Monkey, we were talking about this in the previous series, so this Dragon Warrior is running the card. But right now it just seems a little bit too slow. I guess if you can get it down early and it puts a stop to some pirate things.
Yeah, but it's still kind of fine. It stops aggression, will stop 4 damage.
Right. And so AlliedEsports Champion can deal with Finley, Weapon can deal with one of the 1/1s, and then Fierce Monkey can pretty much protect the face from everything else, depending on what the Shaman picks up this turn.
Yeah, and then like next turn you have the Curator, so
Something like Jade Lightning for the Shaman now would be pretty brutal.
oh yes. Yeah, he's in top deck mode, so that's... What is it?
It is...
Oh,
Aya!
Black Paw.
Now I wasn't sure if we were going
Ah.
to see this card at all, because people were saying it's fantastic before the expansion launched, and then having tried it, it's been a little bit underwhelming, but clearly here, when the Shaman's pretty much out of cards,
Yeah.
Aya seems pretty good. It refills the board, basically.
As long as you still have board control.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's just too late. So I wonder what his deck looks like. Because maybe there are some other slower cards than we expected. It just looked like a normal aggressive version of the Shaman.
Question, where does this AlliedEsports Champion go now? It's such a tricky decision. You kill Aya, you get another 3/3 minion on the board to contend with. You kill the 2/2, it dies. And like all of these trades seem kind of good and bad at the same time.
Yeah, but if you trade the 3/3, then a 2/2 will most likely survive and go face if he trades. So that's not too bad. On the other hand, if you just don't trade in there, then yeah, the 3/3 will survive. So I think you have to trade in
Sure.
here.
Feels really awkward though. The fact that the Shaman has the Priest hero power as well, is able to actually restore Totem Golem if he gets the chance to. That salty deckhand, not really that much good.
Yeah. Sometimes in those situations, I wish there were more patches in your deck.
Right.
If you just play every pirate, every patches again.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there is the card Gang Up, Cameron, if you if you want more patches. Probably not as a Shaman though.
Yeah, the Gang Up Shaman, pirate.
And now we look at the Warrior, okay? And Twilight Guardian, Fierce Monkey, Finley, Corcoran. So many good cards that could be played this turn, and the Shaman has nothing in his hand.
Yeah.
With very few ways of actually restocking his hand. There might be an Ancestral Knowledge, maybe?
Yeah, but if he plays Aya, maybe he won't run this card. So the only question is, what do beside the Twilight Guardian? So Finley...
Finley
Fierce
seems like
Monkey.
a good way of starting the turn, right? See which hero play you get. Maybe the ping would be helpful.
Oh,
There it is.
there it is.
Looks like he's going for it.
Yeah, Shapeshift, Fire Blast. And restoring health is quite important here.
That's true.
I'm actually not sure. You could have also played Twilight Guardian and Cochrane Elite, maybe traded.
Okay, cool. Elite and Fierce Monkey could work.
Yeah, I like that. Gonna hero power. No pirates left.
So it's interesting that he went with the hero power then, because obviously if we went for the ping hero power, yes, you wouldn't have gained 1 health, but you also wouldn't have lost 2 health. So on that turn, the mage hero power would have been better, but I guess in the long run, the warrior here has decided that the armor gain is much more important than the ability to ping.
It depends how long the game will take.
Yeah.
If you hero power twice now, then it's better.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you in total only hero power twice, then it's.
And
not
that
good.
lava burst in the shaman's hand now, it's kind of getting a little bit scarily close. It would only take something like a Doom Hammer for a couple turns to knock the warrior down. Although, as we can see,
Yeah.
there are taunts in the warrior's hand.
Some yellow dragons around here.
Yellow dragons and a monkey.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're talking 15 health's worth of taunt in the warrior's hand at the moment.
Yeah. Ain't gonna happen.
No.
That doesn't help.
Yeah. Okay, so there was the concede. It did look like the concede came from Xixo.
Yeah.
I think you saw him. So I think you might be right. I think Xixo is on the left there. But wow. Okay. So the shaman didn't quite have the resources to get through the warrior's board control.
Yeah.
Like I said, warrior's board-centric deck. Shaman needed to trade for a while and eventually just ran out of stuff to trade with.
Yeah, he had such a good start with the shaman. Yeah, he just stayed on curve. It was kind of awkward for the dragon warrior here, but then yeah, he just stabilized, played taunt, everything's fine, just win.
Okay. Right, so we've got the next game coming up in a moment. What were the other decks of Xixo's? I think it was the Druid and Warrior of his own.
Ah, here we go.
So he's got the Druid now, okay.
Yeah, both players did ban the warlock. That's kind of interesting here.
Yeah, so we've seen one arena lock so far in the previous game, JJ, but it very, very quickly just died to the rogue. Reno lock, a lot of the players have been agreeing that it's one of the best decks right now, but maybe some just think it's well, I don't know, that's probably why they banned it, because it's one of the best decks right now.
Yeah, look at this hand. Damn. There are pirates, there are weapons, and there are dragons. That's like the dream. Yeah, Aviana. So
Wow.
it's the Kun deck, I guess.
Okay. The combo instant kill.
Yeah, the combo Mali goes into Pew Pew, into Alex Rudder, into...
Sure. This isn't the first time I've seen one of the ex-Navi boys playing Aviana and cards like Yasiraj and Druid decks. They seem to be quite experimental with them, but from what I've seen, it pays off quite often.
Yeah, I think Dog played it recently in a tournament. I'm not too sure. I haven't seen it. But I saw the list going around. But can he stop the early aggression? That's the question here.
Yeah, that's a pretty important question. Coin and Innovate are helpful. You've got up to 5 mana this turn, but at the moment it doesn't do anything. Like, you want to play Ancient of War right now. You can't really wait 2 more turns.
Maybe you don't have any option. Okay.
But you're right, like this start, pirates, dragons, weapons, just seem to line up perfectly in Thijs's hand there.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, there's always a place in the face for 2 pirates and a dragon, so...
Now...
Yeah, he has to ramp.
Yeah, he has to nourish, and I guess play Ancient of War next turn or die.
Yeah, or maybe both.
Or maybe both. Luckily for Xixo, the warrior still only has 4 mana next turn, so there's no Ragnaros coming down just yet. No 9/9 Draconid Crusher coming down just yet.
Yeah.
But it's not long.
Will he play the Ensourced First Mate as well? I guess he will, right? In between equipping the weapon. It's just 1 damage more on the board.
Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't. You're not necessarily going to need the Rusty Hook later on. Just, I don't mind that. Do you equip the War Axe now? What kind of risk is Harrison Jones at the moment?
If he plays Harrison, you should always win here. So
Sure.
you're not playing around Harrison.
That's true. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Ah, okay.
That might help, maybe.
Well, this could be the turning point for Xixo. You can play the Ancient of War now, and Ancient of War dies to everything Thijs has, so Thijs has to trade in everything. And then maybe Fandral into Feral Rage is the beginnings of a comeback.
What if you play it the other way around?
Oh, Fandral Feral Rage now?
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit riskier. I kind of like it because it clears damage off the board and also gives you the puts Fandral on the board to do some trades. But I think this plays maybe safer.
Yeah, it protects your resource health a little bit better, and that's the resource you want to protect here.
Fierce Monkey was a good pickup for Thijs there just because he didn't have anything else he can play this turn. One problem Xixo is going to face is that he has less than 15 health now, meaning that Draconid Crusher is just a 9/9 all the time, and no amount of armor gain is going to change that for Xixo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And yeah, Aviana in hand, but maybe he's just too slow here. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, against an aggressive deck like this, it's difficult to envision an opportunity to actually play Aviana.
Yeah, he trades in everything. Seems to be a close call here, but I can't see why he wouldn't do that. Because you're just open to removal then.
Okay, well there we go. There's the, I suppose, obvious play.
Yeah.
You clear the minion, you gain some armor, and deal with next turn when it comes.
Yeah, just shut your eyes and wait until the next turn. More dragons incoming.
On the plus side, it's not a Ragnaros yet.
Yeah, but on the minus side, it's coming down in 2 turns, right?
Yeah, yeah, and the minion that's coming down now actually has more stats than Ragnaros. Actually going to clear the Fandral, which makes a lot of sense, and as we can see, there is a Nourish in Xixo's hand, so leaving the Fandral alive would have punished Thijs a little bit there.
Yeah, but he already played one, and how are the odds that there is a second one? But yeah, as we can see, right decision here would have been punished like a lot. Ras for 4, clears the board, and now he's slightly taking control of the game. Slightly, because as you mentioned, the 9/9 will come down, followed by Ragnaros. Easy decision.
Yeah. Now, how does Xixo survive this? He going mulch. That's how he survives this.
Oh yes! Oh man, he picks up mulch.
Cut me up just before I was able to say he needs to pick up an answer. There's the mulch.
I think he only plays one.
Again, Ragnaros still an issue, but suddenly Xixo's just gained 9 health by killing that. So he's got a little bit of time, and Ragnaros could just hit that acidic swamp ooze that just came down. Things are turning around slightly.
Yeah, amazing. Just regarding the curve in the hand Thijs had here, like the start was so explosive.
Well, I guess that is the strength of Druid ramping up, playing Ancient of War ahead of the curve, just in the nick of time, and also Fandral just being strong with Feral Rage.
Followed by life gain, and then of course like the top deck single removal just in time.
Oh yeah, yeah. Things just kind of lined up perfectly for Xixo. And now I guess the big question on everyone's lips is, where is this Ragnaros going to shoot his first big fireball?
Smorg, always Smorg.
Smorg would put Xixo down to 6, which would maybe not be the end of the world because he has Feral Rage there.
Yeah, and he got another tree.
He has another tree.
Double trees and double Feral Rage.
Do you know what? Thijs doesn't even want to rely on Ragnaros here. He's going to clear as much of this board as possible. I like that a lot.
Yeah, because you have the good trade into the ooze next turn. Unless Aviana comes down and another tree.
Yeah, well, more targets for Ragnaros when it comes down. The good thing for Thijs now is that his Oasis Snapjaw actually will put Ancient of War down low enough so that Ragnaros would kill it.
Yeah, he has to do it. There's no other option. So, where will it Go.
Where does Thijs even want it
Always
to go? How much of a threat is Aviana right now?
Oh.
That's probably the worst place that Thijs wanted it to go. In fact, we can see lethal in Xixo's hand now.
Yeah, GG. Oh, damn. Yeah, he turned the game here. He just ramped up fast enough and then he, yeah, 2 trees, 2 fire rage. That's it.
Yeah. Like you said, explosive start from Thijs on the Druid. Not quite explosive enough, as it happened. Just had the damage there, but a little bit too late. And that's the thing, right? If Dragon Warrior could ramp up, if he could have played an earlier Ragnar, so an earlier Dragon Crusher, would have been an easy game. But the fact that he had to wait until after the Ancient of War, after the mulch, you know, yeah, good game.
Yeah, maybe he would have been fast enough if the mulch didn't happen.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
9 extra damage that would have been in Xixo's face.
yeah, but I like to see this deck here, and I'm kind of looking forward to the next game, as we can see here.
Right,
Because he's gonna play it again because he just won LHS.
And we want to see what the combo potential is in this deck. Like, does it have these combo pieces? Does it have a Kun? Malygos, maybe?
Yeah, I've also seen newer versions playing Cartoon as a combo with Bren.
Cthulhu, right, okay. Wow, yeah, that makes sense. And meanwhile, a very, very, very aggressive deck.
And Thijs says, discard. 4 mana 7/7, is this good thinking?
4 mana, 7/7. Doom Hammers, which he's going to throw away for later. It's funny, Face Shaman is back. It's been away for almost a year now, but...
He's never been gone.
Never been gone?
He's never been gone, Face Shaman. Yeah, after the Rock Biter nerf.
Yeah, right.
Like, but you could still play it.
You could. But now, with the addition of Pirates being viable in almost every class, thanks to patches.
In almost every class that has weapons.
Yeah,
So.
right.
Yeah, and speaking about the devil, patches.
Here
Not
he
attacking.
is.
Yes.
Problem is that Thijs doesn't really have anything to play next turn. Kind of gone are the days where just playing the Shaman hero power is acceptable. If you're mid-range, sure, but
he can just portal here,
Mhm.
and then coin out the 7/7 next
Yep.
turn, and then it's just the 7/7 and the druid dancing together. Sad dance.
yeah, I don't think the Druid would enjoy that dance very much.
Like the 7/7 stepping on your feet all the time.
Not exactly what I had in mind, but sure.
Okay.
Lightning Bolt, quite an awkward pickup here, because Thijs wants to play it, but he also doesn't want the overload.
Yeah, I know. It's just the 7/7 and the druid next turn.
Yeah. So it looks like he is going to go with your play, the Maelstrom Portal, maybe trade in South Sea Deckhand.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe, yes. Okay. Ooh, another pirate.
Another pirate. Not really a relevant one. There's no South Sea Captain in this deck. At least I don't think there is.
Yeah, we actually don't know, but yeah, you might be right here. Okay, Raz. We will just clear the board, cycle a little bit. But no. Here we go.
Alright, so Druid's cleared the board, feeling fine, feeling safe, and then this happens on turn 3.
Yeah, it just feels like playing against Oscako's Rogue, where Edwin comes down.
Right,
turn
right.
3.
Maybe a little bit, maybe not quite actually as good as the Edwin. Surprisingly, it's not a 10/10 and it does have overload. Then again, you don't have to use as many cards to make this work, so...
Yeah, you still have 8 damage in your hand, so...
Thijs is just praying there's no mulch this time.
And there is none.
And Xixo is thinking, where is my mulch?
Yeah. Do you ramp up or draw cards? I think you should ramp into...
Yeah. It's kind of a tricky one, because like part of you is thinking, nothing in my hand deals with the 7/7, I kind of need my mulch.
Yeah, the tree is good enough.
But yeah, the tree at least kind of puts sort of a stop to it. And actually Swipe is fine too, unless we see Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, which we
will.
Yeah, but yeah. And he's ramping up, so he will get the combo maybe soon if he draws it.
Ah, there we go. Swipe, Wrath, Hero Power does clear the whole board. Ancient of War was just not really good enough. I mean, we can see, again, double Lava Burst in Tice's hand, just ready to like kill the tree on its own. Not next turn because of the overload, but the turn after.
I kill the tree with fire.
I'm a little bit surprised to see Thing from Below in this Shaman deck, just because Shaman doesn't actually have that much time to play the Hero Power nowadays in this type of aggressive deck.
Yeah, still it's a huge mid-range card. And he plays Aya, so could fit here.
Okay.
Seen a couple of lists, even some aggressive lists play the Thing from Below, because it's just so good.
Yeah. And Xixo has the mulch now.
Too late.
Yeah, a little bit too late. Doomhammer! Okay, things could get out of control very soon. Problem is, there's still an Ancient of War in the way.
How do you deal with that? Is it just double Lava Burst and you're overloaded like hell?
You don't want to use those on a minion, but do you have to?
Lava Burst on a minion? No smoke here?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's like, yeah, it's like an unwritten rule, isn't it? This card must be used on the face.
Together with 2 emotes.
Happy Feast of Winterfell.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Okay, he just hero powers and plays the Thing from Below.
Alright, sure.
Yeah, good enough. As
Yeah.
you mentioned, he wasn't able to hero power that often till turn 5. Hero powers twice, and it's 5/5 taunt.
I guess Tice is kind of hoping this way he only needs to use 1 Lava Burst to deal with the Summoning Stone. Alright, hang on.
Okay.
Thing is, you can't... Like, now he has to play double Lava Burst.
Oh,
Oh, no, that works. So, Thanos Lava Burst Lightning Bolt
yeah, that's good.
is 10 damage, exactly.
Yeah, he will go for it. I'm pretty sure. What else can you do? Like equipping the Doomhammer and running into the tree with your face twice? No.
No,
That hurts. That hurts.
I'm staring at the Summoning Stone, trying to work out if this is going to do anything this game. I kind of want it to, but...
I think it will, of course.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, Xixo's problem is that he doesn't actually have any playable cards right now.
Yeah.
Wait, oh, another tree!
Ah,
That changes things.
those trees. It's almost a forest. You already planted.
And now it is Xixo with the board and Tice who wishes he had a mulch. But there's no mulch in Shaman. Finley.
Yeah, only 5 mana. And Doomhammer, it's the same problem than the past turns. You
Yeah.
can't really equip Doomhammer against a tree.
No. But very, very soon, he will be able to equip the Doomhammer and there won't be any trees left to stop it.
Cut them.
Yeah, Doom Shearers would be more helpful here. Feral Spirit, though, could be played very nicely with Finley. Finley not actually offering many helpful hero powers here for the Face Shaman.
He's just like randomly going over the options. Yeah, it has to be lesser healer here.
Can heal up the Summoning Stone later.
Oh yes. Okay, top deck Azure Drake. That's a good draw.
Yeah. Swipe.
Oh,
Okay, now we're talking.
Oh yeah, yeah. Here we go.
We may even see Moonfire this turn.
No, it's just a hero power. He doesn't really
Right.
need Innovate. And
There's no reason to clear the Finley.
if I'm right, he's running Maligos, so he needs the Moonfire for the Maligos combo.
Sure. I mean, it's one of those matchups though. Like, do you win this with the Malagos combo, or do you win this just by surviving? Shaman's very good at being aggressive and also having a lot of resources.
Yeah, whatever happens first, I would say.
Yeah, sure. What a clunky turn here from Tice.
Yeah, again, he can't really kill the
Summoning
Ancient of
Stone.
War.
Summoning Stone just dies for free. Doomhammer means you're face tanking 10 damage and then taking another 9 next turn.
But you can heal up.
Yeah, yeah, he can heal. He's got a great hero power for that.
I wonder.
Yeah, but 9 and 10, 19 damage. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't want to
There's little time.
yeah, that's just too much.
Maybe.
20 damage with the hero power. That's kind of close, right?
Maybe you just equip it and pass, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
So-
right.
Yeah, but it's
Oh.
20 next turn as well.
There's Kuhn.
Oh. Yeah. 10 mana. Just for one Moonfire.
Yeah, no, the armor gain definitely made sense there. Oh my goodness. So now Thijs' Shaman needs to deal 31 damage after killing the Ancient of War somehow.
Okay, summoning stone. What can you get?
3 mana minion is going to be helpful here. Not that
no,
one.
it's not that.
Mistress of Ceremonies? I don't even know what that card's called.
Will be cycled out soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. And
Okay.
Yeah, it's Malygos, Moonfire.
Like you said, whatever happens first.
Yeah.
And Xixo, who lost first game, comes back and wins 2 in a row with his Druid, beating Hoy's counter.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Thijs will have nightmares about trees. It's just, what the heck. He just top decked it in the right spot. Well, he has so many cards that help him here because his deck is kind of slow, and it pays out for him here.
So, Thijs' last deck, the Priest. This is going to be an interesting one, I think.
Oh yeah, we are already starting here. So yeah, Shadow Word Death might be a good card in general in the matchup, but in the early game, you have to pressure the Druid here a little bit, otherwise he will just go crazy. Yeah. Also, they could get an Auctioneer with Cycle.
Yeah, wow. Again, Auctioneer just seems to be finding his way into these decks with a lot of cheap spells. It's just, given that we'd seen so much of Xixo's Druid already, I wasn't expecting to see this card.
Yeah, you need draw because you have so much ramp.
People kind of saw Druid this expansion and thought, yeah, Gadgets and Auctioneer, Jade Idol, but no, Xixo found a very different use for the card. In a more conventional Druid deck, I would say this is. Or what we know as conventional at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment, that's the right point. And it's a pretty interesting deck. He said himself that he thinks this deck is stronger than the Jade one. So I was kind of surprised how it would perform here. And for him, at the moment, yeah, it works.
So now Thijs is ahead on the board. The question is, does he battle aggressively for the biggest board possible with Twilight Whelp and maybe Powered Shield? Or does he go with this play? He's going to go with the Discover, Netherspite Historian. Really strong card in these decks.
Yeah, he needs to stay on curve here. It's pretty tough. Crusher can deal the most pressure in the late game.
Okay. So that's what Thijs is going for. He's going for pressure.
Yeah.
Probably always disappointed when you get that Discover, that when you don't get the new card, the Jacket Operative.
Yeah. It's just disgusting if they just cycle their draws and stuff like that. Yeah, and he's going for the most pressure, so he thinks he can do enough damage to get it to 299 till turn 6, which makes sense. So he has to do the pressure play, and I think it's the right strategy.
Now, Xixo's hand is full of great cards, great combo cards, but he doesn't quite have the mana to pull off something meaningful.
Yeah, not yet.
So just the Living Roots. So as great as Fandral, Innovate, Living Roots felt, the Living Roots, or the saplings would have just died to the minions on the board pretty much for free. And Fandral probably would have been wasted.
Yeah, and maybe you want to cycle the Moonfires with the Auctioneer. You can do it next turn. I'm not sure if it's good enough, but it's on this board it's quite good because it has 4 attack. He can't really clear it from the board. Oh.
Okay, hang on a moment. This is a lot of 0 mana spells in a hand with Gadgetzan Auctioneer.
Yeah, maybe you just don't need to play it yet.
I think you can probably wait, right? Nope. All right.
Here we go.
Xixo definitely knows better, and he's gonna go ahead.
Yeah, cycle, cycle, cycle. Mulch.
Mulch will come in handy later with that Draconid Crusher.
Yeah, not exactly the cards you wanted to see. Okay, Moonfire. Here we go. So,
Okay.
the priest has an awkward turn now.
Again, it's that thing, isn't it, where that Gadgetzan Auctioneer has 4 attack. So Shadow of Death, not quite going to do anything, and there isn't actually a way of clearing it.
He can't clear it.
This is a disaster.
He just can't do nothing. He can, yeah, slam the Drake to the Auctioneer and heal it up. So that's it. That's a sad turn.
You know, so far from how today's gone, I'm starting to wonder if Gadgetzan Auctioneer doesn't need another nerf at 6 mana.
Yeah, in these games, like the 4/4 guy, just staying on the board, surviving every turn.
Problem is for Xixo, actually, is that he all he had there was one swipe, and he can't actually cycle anymore. And Thijs now can deal with Gadgetzan Auctioneer with Holy Nova.
But it's just not good. It's a Holy Nova. It's his turn 5, and he doesn't build up board. And his strategy was to build up board, do pressure plays, get the 6-drop as a 9/9, and that doesn't work anymore.
Now, Defender of Argus, very interesting card in Priest at the moment. And actually, I was speaking to one of the other players. I don't want to say who, because I don't want to give anything away. And they were saying that Dragon Priest is more like Zunao, and that he's put one of those in his deck as well. So it's actually maybe going to be a common thing at the moment.
Yeah, I heard voices that said you actually don't need it to attack against pirates. You could do it, but it's slightly overtech then. And yeah, but the interesting part about new expansions is that there are so many good people here, so many good players, and everyone has a slightly different opinion.
Oh, do you ever take Aviana? I think Nourish is probably better as a priest, which kind of struggles with draw a little bit.
The counter Aviana, maybe just
just Wrath.
Rust. Yeah.
Just a decent, cheap removal, which can deal with my keeper.
Yeah, you're not lacking cards if you're holding 2 Azure Drakes.
That's true. That's true. That's one of the other things about Dragon Priest nowadays, is where Priest kind of used to struggle with card draw.
Yeah.
2 Drakes and 2 Dragonkin operatives.
Yeah.
Actually is a lot of card draw. Now the Spy Historian is kind of a card draw as well. So.
Yeah, you're not lacking cards, and he could have played the Azure Drake Rust for 2 and cycle card. Ooh.
Look at all of these cards that generate more cards in Thijs' hand, and this looks like the beginning of a comeback to me. Shadow of Death is going to make short work of that tree. Leaving 4 mana, that might be where it gets a little bit tricky, but Wrath, another Spy Historian, could make short work of this board.
Could come down, but do you even need to kill the tree right now? Is there a world where you can just let it live? Let it live. Let it live. Maybe not, huh?
It's definitely a tricky decision. Because there are so many targets for the Shadow of Death, but this seems good too. Defender of Argus, now a 6/7 with Taunt.
Yeah, I like it a lot, because you need to pressure the Druid here.
Yep. And, I mean, Thijs has seen a mulch, and probably assumes there is only the one mulch. So if this eats up the mulch, then the Draconid Crusher that he got from that first Nether Spite Historian is going to be safe.
Awkward turn now. Yeah. What do you think?
I feel as though you have to mulch, though.
Yeah.
Like, you really don't want to. It's only a 6/7. I say only a 6/7. 6/7 is great stats, but you know there's probably worse. For all you know, now the Spite Historian got a Deathwing or something.
The question is, do you build a board and play into the AoE here or not? Because you haven't seen the AoE yet, and you could play Fendril and yeah, exactly this one. And I like it like he plays it. Just keep Fendril for the Nourish.
I agree with the play. I think playing into the AoE was just a little bit too risky. you assume that there's going to be at least one Dragonfire Potion in Tice's hand
Yeah.
by now, I think. But now, Tice can make his way back onto the board with one of his dragons. Which do you go for first? It's actually a pretty curious question.
Yeah, you could play just your Zildrake and maybe cycle, but I'm not sure if you want to cycle here, because you have to find the player that builds up your board the most.
The really good thing about Draconid Operative, though, is that it gives you information. Tice has seen most of Xixo's deck by now, but he hasn't seen all of it, and he might actually find something else out with this card.
Yeah, but I think he might know about it.
Yeah, I mean, those cards are all pretty obvious. Another Azure was an option. I like the Feral Rage here.
Like playing 4 Zildrakes.
I mean, it is one of the best cards in Hearthstone, right? It's one of the best neutral cards in the game.
Oh, Ollie can't.
Now Xixo can't kill the cute one, right? Wait, which is the cute one?
The right one.
Yeah, okay, good. We agree. Others disagree.
Yeah. Twitch chat, John.
Yeah, Twitch chat will tell us, I'm sure.
Oh, he killed both, oh damn.
Ah.
He's a monster.
Now Tice has to win this. And he's actually got a pretty good hand for now. The threat of Xixo's Fangel into Nourish is looming, but in the meantime, Feral Rage actually allows him to deal with a 4/4 minion.
Yeah, but then he's at 10 health. And we've seen Maligos, we've seen Moonfires, but he'd cycled the Moonfires in this game, right?
Yeah, but like the extent of this, like Tice actually has a card as a priest that deals with a minion that has 4 attack and 4 health.
Yeah, okay.
And it's dragon, so Dragonfire Potion wouldn't even do it. I like this a lot. Another Drake.
Another Zildrake. It's just like he's popping up every time. It's like, take me this time, please.
Do you live long enough for Nefarian to be a choice here? No, he's going to go with the Bookworm. Chillmore.
Yeah, maybe.
If Tice had the mana to play it this turn, it would be a no-brainer, but he doesn't.
Maybe just a Twilight Drake. Because Chillmore is just stalling the board sometimes, especially if you have board. There's no point in taking it here.
Yeah, and Twilight Well did get the buff twice. So it's actually a 2/5 for 1 mana. Not bad, actually. Tice has managed to wrestle himself a little bit of the board. Kuno into the mana and Fangel Nourish. What a disgusting turn from Xixo.
Not too bad. Oh man. Oh, there's Maligos, okay.
Kind of begs the question, though. In a turn like that, Kuno isn't too different to Arcane Giant.
Yeah, most of the time it's not, but it's just for the OTK here as well.
Yeah.
So he has to play it now, and Arcane Giant would have been good, right?
And there's the extra option of the armor as well, which Arcane Giant obviously doesn't have.
Yeah.
Now, gonna go with the cycle, gonna go with the wild growth. Acidic Swampu is not really gonna do too much for Xixo in this game, other than be a 3/2.
Yeah, now he's kind of under pressure, so he needs to stabilize here. And Bookworm, deals with the Fandral.
Yeah, I mean, Bookworm into Twilight Guardian doesn't seem like a terrible use of 10 mana at all, does it?
Yeah, Twilight Guardian will get buffed twice as well.
Right. So it's a 4/6 with 2 taunts. If that were a thing.
Double taunt. He's going down for the double counter.
I suppose that he has the board to deal with Fandral anyway. Like, if he needs to, he can trade everything in. Acidic Swampu's also not too much good for Tice this game. Very good against Pirates, not so good against either of these classes.
So, as you mentioned, double taunt, even more taunt than taunt, and
It's almost as good as double Divine Shield.
is he 1 damage off?
Yeah, he is. He's 1 damage off. That's right. Double Feral Rage, Hero Power. It's 9 damage. And Kuhn, of course, has to hit the face.
But he could cycle into lethal.
What would be lethal here?
Velcros?
What was that?
Velcros?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not sure what actually would be lethal in his deck.
Living room.
Yes, living roots. Yep, that would do it.
Yeah, of course you cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The awkward thing would have been something like Wrath would have been no good because the Feral Rages both have to go in the same direction anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So Theis's hand here doesn't really deal with what we can see on the board. This is where he'd love a Shadow of Death or an Entomb or even that Chillmaw that we saw pop up earlier in the Discover. But he can't actually deal with either of these minions.
Yeah, so is it just one of those Azure Drakes?
Yeah, into Holy Nova, right? That's the only out.
Yeah, Shadow of Death.
Or into Shadow of Death, but I'm not sure how many he runs.
Yeah, we don't.
Oh yeah, okay, you can heal potion. Ah, that's no good.
Well, has to be the Drake then. Maybe he runs only one. We don't know, but I think he runs twice. Yeah.
There it is.
Oh yes. He
Oh
runs
my goodness.
Twice.
But unfortunately, oh no, he can deal with Kuhn
Yeah,
as
he
well.
can
Okay.
deal with those, and here we go.
Leaving Xixo
Back in
still
the-
1 damage off lethal.
And top deck. Oh, Raz. Okay.
It's okay. He's still got the cycle. And like you said, Living Roots would do it. Swipe would be too expensive. I'm not sure what else there is in the deck that would be lethal though. Like Raven Idol into Claw or something.
I'm not sure. Yeah. Maybe. Draw. Yeah. Cycle a little bit more. Just one more cycle.
No. None of those cards. None of those cards would have been lethal, and they're not even lethal next turn because Druid of the Claw is just 1 mana too expensive to be played with both Feral Rage. Xixo looks pretty annoyed right now.
Oh damn. And he's down to 12 HP himself. It's tough here.
What? This guess a potential huge turnaround for Theis, having had Xixo 1 off lethal for 2 turns in a row, and suddenly Theis has the board.
Yeah, he cycles, gets a Vienna. Oh. Oh.
That's
No, not
also
yet.
1 off
One
lethal. I guess you go for it against Druid.
You could also play the 6/6.
Yeah, actually, you haven't seen a single Feral Rage yet, so it's too risky going for it. I like this. Develop.
The 9/9. It's 6.
Yeah, develop the board with the most pressure as you possibly can. Xixo realizes he's run out of things. Turns out there wasn't a Living Roots left in his deck that whole time.
Yeah.
So yeah, he may have been one damage off lethal, but he had no way of getting that damage.
Yeah, so at least he drew the Druid of the Claw, but yeah, unfortunately there's no Innovate left, otherwise it would have been lethal here.
Yeah, Innovate would have done it as well, but this game it just looks like it's over. Theis, looking again from a very behind position, has managed to make a comeback with this Priest.
Yeah, great. Maybe just the Zudrake to end this. Also overdraw.
It's nice to see when the players like to go out in style, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can see.
Xixo
Overdraw here.
going to concede him with just his warrior.
Yeah, with his warrior, right? And but the Druid worked out well for him. 2 wins.
It did, 2 wins. You can't complain about that in last
Yeah.
year's standing, like we were saying earlier. Like Theis actually counterpicked and lost straight away, so he was in a bit of a dodgy situation before. But his Priest deck is to be standing strong right now.
Yeah. And it's Priest against, I guess, what is it?
We haven't seen it yet, so we can only speculate. Well, now we can.
Is it just pirates or is it dragons and pirates?
I guess that is the question. Cthulhu Control Warrior, maybe?
Nice try, yes.
Maybe in a future meta.
Yeah,
But
possible. Oh,
wow.
that's a curve, but there is no Drake or Dragon in his hand.
Yeah, so that's the most important thing for Thijs right now. He needs to pick up... oh, okay, so it looks like Dragon Warrior from Xixo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thijs needs to pick up a dragon next turn. Any dragon is fine, just something that allows this Wormrest agent to have Taunt.
And the infamous patches.
Yeah, taking over the game. That's not a dragon.
That's not a dragon.
Do you just have to play the 1/4 minion?
It's awkward, but I think you have to play it because your next turn, if you have no minion, you can't really play the next minion as well, right?
Yep. Wow. Xixo picking up a second N'Zoth's first. I guess this is N'Zoth's second, really.
Yes.
But he's going to go with the Ooze, sticking to curve. Makes a lot of sense. Can't deal with the 1/4 minions, so just don't bother trying. Just hit the weapon in, because it doesn't die in the process.
Yeah, his traits are more awkward then.
This 1/3, this 1/4 though, now a 1/6. It's actually gonna do okay work at clearing the 1/1s. It's just missing its Divine Shield.
Yeah. But no dragons at all. Oh, the first dragon of the game. 2 dragon decks playing against each other.
And first dragon of the game on turn 3. Sadly for Thijs, still missing a dragon. His Blackwing Corruptor, but now Xixo has his. It could be a Corcoran Elite this turn.
Yeah, the problem is he really wants to coin out his 5-drop, but there's, I think, no point in holding back the Corcoran Elite here.
It's the only way you clear the entire board, isn't it, Corcoran Elite?
Do you want to clear it?
Oh, you think he'll just keep hitting the face? Alright. Dealing with the 3/4 minion. That 1/5 going to continue value here by dealing with one of N'Zoth's first mates.
Yeah. Use this dragon so he can play on curve. I think it's okay.
That's a Holy Nova. Probably actually a little bit too late. Like, by the time Thijs gets to 5 mana, Xixo's minions are going to have a little bit more health than 2, unfortunately.
Yeah.
As we can see from the Corcoran and the Blackwing Corruptor. But Argus, not looking bad at all here.
Yeah, Argus looks fine. Stays on curve. Would trade or wouldn't trade?
I think you trade with the Fairy Dragon.
So, just staying in the defense. Because 2 damage face matter at all, right?
Yeah. Like, as the Priest, I think you're definitely the less aggressive deck.
What is it?
You don't run any Pirates, so I guess that automatically puts you on the back foot.
Yeah, it's just buffing it another time, trading, and maybe getting more value out of Holy Nova next turn. Like it, because you won't get any value out of the card anymore in the future. And I think you can still avoid take the damage here.
No, you're right. This actually works out really well. It's unlikely...
Oh, another drag.
It's unlikely that Xixo will put all of clearing this 1/7.
Yeah.
Because when you have a lot of damage amassed, you kind of want to go face with it. Blackwing Corruptor could actually do the majority of the work, but no, he's just going to deal with the 3/4. Makes a lot more sense to me. And use the minions to keep slowly and steadily getting Thijs's health down.
Yeah, and Holy Nova is okay, but it's not so good. Yeah. Maybe just your own Blackwing Corruptor.
Yep, I like that. Deals with the 5/4 on the board. You have to get rid of that 5 attack minion. And then, being as Thijs, the Xixo has to do something about your own 5/4.
What if you play it the other way around?
What, Holy Nova now? Or?
Yeah, but I don't like it. Could set it to 1, but nah.
I think
first.
it only clears 4 damage off the board. This method clears 5 damage off the board, and I guess every single point of damage counts in this matchup.
Yeah. Yeah, and you always want to play minions before you play the spells.
Yeah. He did consider using the Blackman Corruptor to do and then making the trade with the 1/1, but I guess he decided that that extra point of damage he'd be taking as a result was just too much. Now Xixo could make a very nice trade here if he decided to go with the Twilight Guardian to wipe out the Draconid Crusher, but I don't know if trading is ever Xixo's plan game.
It's not phase, you don't go there. Yeah, but he could just he wants to deal phase damage in order to play the Crusher as a 9/9. We had it earlier, but he hasn't seen single removal yet, so that's most likely not too good.
Right.
Yeah, 2 cards. One is yellow. Normally you just play the yellow.
You
one.
like
If
the
have a
yellow one,
green or
don't
a
you,
yellow.
Cameron?
But this time, I'm not. He could push 8 damage.
Yeah, it would set up. Essentially, it would set up the Draconid Crusher. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
Sure. It's that 1/2 that has been on the board since turn 2 is really doing some work this game. And Acidic Swampu's Defender of Argus is potentially a play here. Deals with a weapon, buffs up your 1/2 minion, finally giving it the taunt that it wanted when it was first put on the board.
The weapon isn't too scary, right? So you don't really have to clear it. The value gain is not too much. But on the other hand, the AoE could be a board clear, and that's not good either.
No.
So
But
just go for the minion.
it's annoying because Holy Nova would have been perfect on turn 3, but it's not a 3-mana card,
Turn 3.
unfortunately. And we're kind of past the point where Holy Nova's any good now. Maybe some kind of board will line up and die to Holy Nova, or at least allows it better trades with Xixo with Holy Nova. But at the moment, it's just not doing much. But this play has given Thijs a significant board, and Xixo doesn't have a good turn.
Yeah.
Just
And
gonna
it's
go.
only 6/6.
Yep. You see that as a 6/6, but sometimes you have to.
Yeah, you used to see it a lot, but the additional pirate mechanic makes it a lot better now.
Yeah.
So you can play it 2 off, no worries
Yeah.
today.
But Thijs, he's got Shadow Word Death in his hand. He can August into Corcoran Elite, and I guess it's the rest of his turn that's the awkward part, because you don't really want to throw out the dragon without getting the buff, especially as you then again don't have an activator in your hand for other dragons.
Yeah, but maybe you're in the driver's seat now, and
True.
you draw cards out of it. Like damaging it next turn on some small minion or whatever, and Northshire Cleric Holy Nova. That could work. And you have more health than the warrior right now.
Yeah, he certainly does. He's got 6 damage on the board, more health than the warrior. The curator actually be the best Holy Nova target that Thijs gets.
Yeah.
With the trade with the Acidic Swampus, which is kind of awkward. But Powered Shield is a very nice draw now.
Oh, that's so nice.
Buff
So-
up the
Oh, he
ooze,
can draw 2 cards
make the
now
trade, play the Holy
and the
Nova.
1 card. Yeah, buff up.
Actually, yeah, you make both trades and then play Holy Nova just
Yeah.
for the card draw.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
But just cycling Holy Nova for 2 cards for 5 mana, I'm not sure if it's good here. Because now you have the Azure Drake.
Yeah, that does kind of make it a difficult question. So the alternative, I guess, is just make the trades, heal one of the minions, and play Azure Drake.
Yeah. Yeah, most likely, yeah. You could also play Northshire Cleric and just heal. So you have 4 mana left. Maybe drawing, I don't know.
Okay. Yep, gonna do it. No, he's going to go with the Holy Over and only draw one card. Interesting.
Yeah. No, he doesn't need that much card draw.
He's favoring the 2 damage to the face that
Yep.
the minion gets. Okay.
Then a card. So it's basically like a life tap.
Yeah, Drake gets another card anyway. Bookworm not that much good, but at least he does have the board control here. Actually, Bookworm would deal with potentially a Fluffing Berserker or one of these Twilight Guardians.
Oh, yes. Oh. Yeah, still holding the dragon. That's I like the turn. Yeah. Cycle first.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Now that's why Historian seems okay. It's just a question of whether you want to heal one of your minions or not. The Bookworm definitely comes down this turn.
Yeah, he can clear off the board, deal 1 damage. That's perfectly fine. So he's the aggressor now. Suddenly faster deck. And there are some defensive cards in the hand of the warrior and hand of Xixo. So could slam all 3 drops, yeah. He's going for it. And he's just, yeah, GG, well played.
Amazing. Thijs making this comeback, winning the previous game and this one. When Xixo had such a in this series.
Yeah. Yeah, he was down 0-1 first, Xixo.
That's right. Thijs won the first game, Xixo won 2 in a row, and then Thijs won 2 in a row. Okay.
Yeah. It's just the druid and the priest that are like doing work here.
Quite a back and forth series for Last Hero Standing. It's not generally what you order, because both of these guys beat the opponent's counter cues.
Yeah, twice, like kind of. Ooh. Maybe it's just that thing, because it can kill everything. Oh, you just take the yellow card again. Okay, trading in, then Shadow Word Death, the Frozen Berserker.
Guess I shouldn't quite be talking as if the game is over, because Xixo's not dead just yet. And Deathwing would be a card that could
Yeah,
actually
we
bring him
just
back.
saw that one. But
Whether Xixo runs it or not, I do not know. Is there space with the pirate cards? Probably not.
you can just for this matchup.
Okay. That's
Nope.
not Deathwing.
No,
All right.
that's not Deathwing.
Now we can talk as if the game's over.
Yeah.
That was a really great series.